You ever have those moments where everything is just peaceful? It's not loud outside, no one is blowing up your phone, and you just feel top tier? That's how I feel when I get to create at night. I mean, I can't put it into words, but creating is just easier when it's nighttime. Ever since I started doing this more, I officially became a true night owl. But it wasn't always like this.
Okay, I know I really try my best to make them pancakes look like I knew how to make pancakes. I promise you, I do. It's just, bro, I ran out of pancake mix mid filming everything. So it was just, you know, I almost was like, dang, I need to go to the store and stuff. But eventually, it kind of thickened up. So I was just like, you know what, hey, we just gonna use what we can, make it work. And I mean, hey, they not, you know, the greatest pancakes in the world, but good enough, you know, good enough. That's all that matters. So let's continue on from the intro, right? I want to talk to you guys about how I was before I ended up, you know, finding like becoming like a whole night owl and everything like that before, right? So, not gonna lie, I was going through it. And in a way where it's kind of like I didn't have no type of structure, no type of formality, no type of routine with whenever I do work, right? Like sometimes I'd wake up early and do it. Sometimes I do it in the middle of the day. Sometimes I try to do it at night, but I always thought of it as being weird to do things at a time that nobody else was doing it at. It kind of just led me through this whole phase of not being on top of things. Like I was in this whole phase of not creating on time, not creating things consistently. And you know, that really sucked. I'm not gonna lie, that really sucked. But being in this phase, you know, eventually led me to the solution to my problem. But at the time I didn't know it was a solution to my problem. But it led me to this lesson that I learned that taught me, do what works best for you. And I know, like, watching this, you could be like, oh, so am I basically you're just basically trying to teach us, tell us to do what works best for us? I mean, yes, but there's a whole ideology behind it, you know what I'm saying? There's a whole reasoning behind it. And I will explain it to you shortly after I finish eating these pancakes. And by the way, these are top tier pancakes. So if you guys want that mix, hey, go to your local Whole Foods or something like that. Go ahead and buy some, because I'm telling you, the cocoa, oh my, it's so good. It's so good, man.
You can just see the stream of blood. In my joke, I forgot this. It's a very distracting gun.
Okay, now I can give y'all full attention, you know what I'm saying? So perfect. Now, the whole ideology behind how I learned the whole do what works best for you thing was kind of weird, because it was one day I had a film job, right? Turns out the person who who hired me or whatever like that was a friend of my brother. Shout out to my brother and my sister-in-law, love y'all. I ended up running into them, and whenever I finished filming everything like that, they were ended up like driving me back to my car, because my car was like somewhere else. While we were in the car driving, I was talking to my brother about how like things kind of been hard for me to, you know, keep a structure, and all this other stuff. And he was all like, well, Like, what do you want to do? Like, what works best for you? And I'm like, well, I remember at a time I used to like staying up late and working late at night, but I've always kind of been getting like pushback from that, in the sense of like people saying, oh, you need to focus on your sleep, or oh, you need to work at certain times of the day because this is better for you. And this is not even primarily saying like people were telling, like a lot of people were telling me that, because some people were. Some people, be like, wow, you stay up late, that's kind of crazy, like, stuff like that. But also, even on YouTube, whenever I go on YouTube sometimes to even look up ways to get more structure, be more on top of things than before, it would always be met back with like, people would be like telling their experiences. And mind you, these people are like in levels way higher than me. So whenever I hear advice and like stuff like that from those types of people, I kind of be like, dang, I have to follow their advice. Even though I don't have to. But with the position I'm at with my filmmaking and my Weevil Studios and everything, I'm still kind of like at a level where I'm like, okay, if there's any advice people can give me to continue moving up or get to the next level or whatever like that, I will take it. Just because, hey, they got to their level somehow, some way. So what would it be wrong if I took their advice, Yeah, everybody would be like, oh, I wake up early, I go to sleep at this time, I do this many focused hours of work and stuff like that. And I was just like, I tried out, that stuff would not work. Like it just wasn't for me, That just kind of led me to what my brother was saying, well, do what works best for you. And I'm like, when adults give you like that type of advice, or like people older than you give you some advice, and you're just like, bro, I'm not trying to hear that right now. Like when your mama or your dad or somebody, they're like, well, you got to do the right thing. Duh, I got to do the right thing. Well, duh, you know what I'm saying? But you're not like internalizing that for yourself. You're kind of just like, you're just hearing them say, okay, do this. And I think that's what I was doing at the time. But I guess like at that time I was in such a desperate type situation that eventually I just said, you know what, let me try what works best for me, right? Because they even him and my sister-in-law went into depth about how like, oh, on their schedules with the things that they do, they like to do focused work at certain times of the day because, hey, they just feels comfortable for them. And yeah, other people might not understand, but it's not always meant for other people to understand. It's just about doing what works best for you so you can output the best whatever you're doing during that time, for yourself, And at this time, I just wanted to put out the best creativity, the best videos that I know I could do. And I know me working at late nights, like from midnight to like 3, 4 in the morning, work for me. And like mind you, do I wake up later than most people? Yeah. But at least I get my sleep. You know what I'm saying? At least I get my sleep. After, hearing their advice and taking their advice and everything like that, I just decided, you know what? Okay, let me make sure I take tonight, the night of like when I had the job, the night I met them, everything, to try this out. Let me just try it out and see how it works. And that soon led to time, and usually I like to work around like 12. I know it's weird and different and not normal, but hey, it works for me. Working at night is just so peaceful, like it's so quiet. Most of the time everybody else asleep, and same thing with like social media, everything like that. Like even when I try to go find reasons to like be distracted or things to procrastinate on, I still don't, just because it's late. Nobody's up doing much, and I think that's what I love so much about it. On top of that, whenever it's about this time of night, hey, I'll go ahead, go on my Spotify playlist, go ahead and play whatever I'm feeling at this time of night. Like my favorite playlist right now is the one that's called My Type of Vibe, you know what I'm saying? And I got I don't even want to just say all R&B. I love R&B. That's probably my favorite genre. But
I've listened to like a lot of different music. I listen to alternative, R&B, hip hop. I don't listen to country, jazz. I listen to everything. Anything that just feels good, pop. It doesn't matter. As long as if it hits to me, I'm gonna listen to it and I'm gonna put it in this playlist. You know what I'm saying? So I just go ahead and play music and then boom, I just be vibing out for the night. And I think that really just helps me be comfortable in here and comfortable with my work and comfortable with creating. And I think that's just important to have in your space, you know. It even helps with how I think as well. Like because it's a space that I feel comfortable and relaxed in, I feel like most of the time it's easy for me to just come up with ideas that I'm not afraid of, or ideas that, you know, I wouldn't second guess. Because if there was something that I did second guess, then, or kind of like be kind of about, that's where I would kind of go on social media and then I'd see how other people are doing things, and it would make me be like, oh no, I need to scrap that idea, you know. Hey, here I'm free to do it. I know I need to be able to do that regardless of the time of day, but that's just the impact social media has had on me, and I'm trying to do better with not letting social media be so impactful on me. I just wanted to be there just to show my work, connect with people, stuff like that. But yeah, that's why being in a place to, like, where you create and you're comfortable at is so important, and that's what we're doing here. And plus, that plays into what we're going to be working on tonight. First thing. So tonight, the first thing we're going to be working on is the script for this short film that me and some other filmmakers are working on, called The Lost Time. That's what it's called, Lost Time. And it's a film that I'm actually super duper excited about, just because, I don't know, this is going to be the first one that we're going to try to actually like put in film festivals and everything like that, just so we can start not only just making better work, but also just to, you know, put films out there more instead of just putting them on YouTube and hoping for, you know, YouTube to, you know, get blessed with millions of views and opportunities and stuff like that. I feel like there's like a lot of benefits that come with film festivals that I did not see whenever I made like previous things like Death in the B&B or even Payday. Like, I just wanted to be, okay, let me just keep making work that I love and not even worry about trying to compete or put them up against other things and stuff like that. I just wanted to create, and I didn't want to think about thinking about, I don't know, film festivals and stuff like that. But I'm super excited about this because I feel like I've learned so much and gained so much inside knowledge and understanding that goes into filmmaking and writing and all of that stuff, that this is a great chance to kind of like do that on a higher level than I have before. And this time I'm actually going to have a team. I got people who are helping me with this. Like I said, I got, shout out to Daryl and shout out to Jake. Jake is going to be the starring in this whole project. He's an actor, really talented actor. Shout out to him. And also shout out to Daryl. He's going to be basically the DP of this project. And it was just an idea that all three of us really created and worked on and came up with together. So yeah, I feel like it's good. And right now I'm in the process of working on the dialogue. That's what I'm working on right now, is the dialogue and making sure that this next draft is better than the first one. First draft already done, but there's things that could be worked on, things that could be changed, and currently I'm in the process of working on that. The next thing for tonight is going to be the script that I'm working on right here, called The Second Move. Shout out to the bro, Ikeem. Basically, this is going to be a continuation of this story that I made on the Weevil Studios account. I wanted to make these like little short series kind of sort of thing, where basically I just get actors and I write like a cool little story that's, you know, short but good. And, you know, I practice my cinematography, my writing, directing, everything, and then I just hire actors that want to get more stuff on their reels or whatever like that, you know, and they be a part of it. This is going to be the second part of the first part that we already made, called The First Move. And shout out to the bro Ikeem once again, just for, you know, encouraging me to write another part, and also being a part of coming up with ideas and stuff to use for this part. So right now I'm currently going to be writing the script. So those are the two main things that we're going to be working on for the night. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of thinking and brainstorming and stuff, but that's all part of the process and it's part of creating. And I'm excited. I'm so excited. So yeah, man, let's go ahead and get locked in. It is late, like very late. I just want to go over the whole point of this vlog real quick. Do what works best for you, right? I guess I want to start off with how I felt after the first time I took that advice. I felt so good. I felt so relieved. I felt like free in a way. And I think with creativity, you want to feel as free and open as possible so you can do whatever you need to do in the most comfortable state. That's what I'm most thankful for. I think that's like the best thing about just that simple phrase, do what's best for you. It makes me feel like I am doing what's best for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, not even trying to be on no corny stuff, but it's just amazing to step into what works best for you, you know, to do what feels right, to do what feels comfortable, so you can do what you love in the best way possible, you know? And I think that's important. And even though I know a lot of people will be like, oh my gosh, your sleep schedule, oh my gosh, are you crazy? You know, like, if people say that, okay, that's fine. They do what works best for them. This is what works best for me. And I'm sure whatever you do works best for you. And I just want you to know, like, I think the most important thing to remember on this is to, like, stand on what makes you unique, what makes you different. And of course, if you're a night owl like me, I promise, like, on everything, please get your sleep. I'm not saying just stay up. I'm not saying get like 3 hours of sleep and, you know, whatever. No, get your sleep. Get your 7+ hours or whatever. Because I'm not gonna lie, sleep needs to be gotten regardless of how late you stay up, you know. So I just feel like, yeah, that's the most important thing. It's just to, like, it's okay to be different. It's okay to be unique. And I think stepping into that and not letting what other people will say or what other people think is the most important thing to bring the most out of, you know, your ability to do what you love, you know. And yeah, I just really love that. Now, as far as what I got done for the night, I made a lot of progress on the revisions over here on my analog desk. I really love doing work over here just because it forces me to put my hands on the process of whatever I'm working on. That's why I like writing and making note cards and everything. With like what I did tonight, I was able to get one big scene done and revise a lot of the dialogue to make sure the right information is communicated through that scene. I still got maybe two more, but I know I definitely got one more big one that I need to do, and that's the one I'm going to be working on next time, that I, you know, probably like sometime soon, probably sometime this week, just to get it out the way and get it done so we can start moving on to the next process of this whole story and stuff. And plus, just to start getting ready to film eventually, so we can, but most of the time, but right now, just trying to get this script done. I'm not even gonna try to jump the gun. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to make sure I do my part so that we can move forward in this making of this story. That's most important. So I got a lot done over here, which I'm very happy and proud of. Now, as far as what I did over there, Oh, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I tried it. Let's just walk over there, you know what I'm saying? Okay. I really tried to do some cool transition thing over there, bro. I'm tired. I ain't got no time to try that stuff out. But anyway, so what I did over here with the script and everything, I was able to make good progress as far as like get more progress done on the first draft. I don't know why, but on my first draft, sometimes I be trying my hardest to make it good or make it perfect so I don't have to do that many revisions. But I really need to stop doing that because that just prolongs the taking of the project getting done. You know what I'm saying? Like I really need to stop doing it and not care how the first draft comes, because everybody knows that the first draft is bad. Everybody knows that. So it's like, why am I trying to make it good, you know? But at the same time, I do like that I don't try to rush that process. But at the same time, I need to not take too long, you know? Don't stop trying to be a perfectionist, like find a middle ground, you know? But yeah, I was able to make some good progress on it and get some good dialogue written out for both of the characters. Of course, I'm going to have to revise it later whenever I get to that point, but at least I'm making progress, and that's all I care about, and I'm happy about that. Yeah, it's about that time, man. I'm not gonna lie, like my whole mind, everything cooked. I really need some sleep. Yeah. Okay, so last thing I wanted to touch on before I just go ahead and knock out. So, reason why I'm making these vlogs, or at least making them like this now, is because I'm just trying to experiment on styles that'll, one, show, you know, my cinematic way of making things cinematic, but also make sure I have, like, I'm talking and being myself and not being too into the process of making these vlogs anything other than vlogs, you know? Like, I'm trying to make videos in a way where I'm not trying to plan too much or do too much. I just want to have fun, be myself, and show what I got going on in my life. And I feel like this is a great way of doing it. This is my first time ever doing like a vlog like this. But it feels so good to do it. I'm not even gonna lie, just to be able to talk and, you know, hey, get some nice cinematic shots here and there if I need to. But most of all, it's just nice to relax, not think too much about, oh, is the editing going to be like this? Is the editing? Like, no, just be cool, be relaxed, go with the flow, you know? And I think that's what I needed, because I think too much in the process on everything else I work on. And I think that's what holds me up so much from making them. Same thing with the previous Cine vlogs. I feel like I did that way too much. And that's why, like, the first one and the second one were so far apart. And why I ultimately couldn't even make the third one, just because it took so much to make a vlog. Like, come on, Lance. But yeah, I just hope that moving forward, these not only communicate good messages, but y'all also connect with me and my journey, and I connect with you guys as well, and in your journeys as well. So hey, let's let this be all of us moving towards our dreams and achieving the things that we want to achieve, you know? We got it, we can do it. So yeah, but it is late, super duper late. My mind is cooked and I need to rejuvenate. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching this vlog. If you've gotten this far, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. More vlogs are coming, because I don't know, I really had a good time making this. So I hope this was also entertaining for you too. You know what I'm saying? If not, hey, feel free to let me know what I can work on to make it more entertaining. Cause hey, we all can get better with things, you know. But at the same time, thank you so much for watching. I'm Lance, and yeah, keep on creating, keep believing in yourself, and yeah.